Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Headmaster's Homeroom. I am Lady Hamilton. It is so great to see everybody here tonight for Art Night. I am so glad to welcome everybody over there on Rumble. Hello, everyone on Pilled. Hello, everyone on X and on YouTube. It is going to be a fantastic night tonight. Everybody do me a favor and hit those buttons, please. Hit the likes, follows, and share. You guys want to share out our amazing guest tonight as well. And thank you so much for your support for the show. I love your Rumble rants, your subscriptions, your cash apps, your pills, your tips, and more. Thank you guys so much for helping to support the show. So let's get rolling. If you guys do not know, I have an amazing group called Artist Corner. It's over there on Truth Social and also on X. And every single day I get to highlight an artist. Super exciting about that. And so your votes, what we call votes, really matter. So you guys make sure on the artist of the day that you're hitting those likes, shares, and comments, because those get tallied up every single week to have our wonderful artist of the week. And so tonight we get to celebrate our wonderful artist of the week, everyone. It is our wonderful Nancy. She's known over there on True Social as Sound of the Last Trump, and you can find her on X at Trump of God. But everybody give a huge round of applause to our artist spotlight of the week. Goes to Sound of the Last Trump. You guys might see her as N Fennel in the chats. She's also a wonderful moderator here on the show, but boy, you guys lit that up. And I am the proud owner of that piece right behind me. I'm so excited. It's amazing colored pencil drawing. She's a very talented artist. So you guys, everyone give her a huge congratulations in the chats and a follow, because she is our wonderful artist of the week. So congratulations, Nancy. Absolutely excited about that. Oh my goodness, how exciting is that, right? Oh, I'm seeing you guys already with a huge congratulations. Really? Oh my gosh, another one. Oh, he did that yesterday too. I told him I was going to say a huge thank you to him as well. So over there on Pilled, RKJ, not only yesterday gifted a wonderful cookie, but he gifted a cookie for us over there as well. Thank you for your support, my friend. I sure do appreciate that so much. So much. So exciting. All right. Yes. Oh, Cass, you are going to be in for a great, great treat tonight. I am so honored, everyone. If you don't know about my fantastic Tristater, you're definitely going to be learning about him tonight. He is with me almost as long as JJ has, back since like episodes 18, 19, 20 or whatever. But we sure love him and love all that he does for us. But you know what? He is an amazing artist who has an unbelievable passion and talent for photography that he's been developing for over 20 years, drawn to the beautiful and powerful landscapes and nature, raw energy of approaching thunderstorms. Tri's photography captures nature in the most honest and awe-inspiring moments. His love for the lens may run in the family, inspired by his father, an avid photographer who passed down both the skill and the appreciation of preserving the world through images. Beyond photography, Tri is a professional that's been rooted into manufacturing, where his craftsmanship has taken many forms, from designing furniture to building buses to crafting boxes and producing shirts. His work reflects a lifelong dedication to creating both with hands and heart. So everybody, do me a huge favor and welcome my great friend to the stage, our wonderful and our fantastic Tristater.
Hey, hello, everybody. Hey, Lady H.
So excited you are here. Oh, it is exciting. Oh, wow. Hold on. We're getting another raid over there. That is so awesome. Java, am I saying that right? Java, I think so, is rating the stream over there on Pills. Boy, everybody wants to see your work tonight, my friend. Thank you for the raid over there on Pills. Me too. That is super exciting. That's right. Welcome to the show. It is a fantastic Saturday. So tell everybody a little bit. You know that you got this from your dad, but what did he bring to you? Did he walk through your life and say, you know, hey, son, let's stop. Let's take a picture? I mean, how did this whole thing start, my friend?
It was just watching him do his thing with the camera. He had, of course, growing up, you know, we didn't have the digital cameras. We had the you hold the shutter open when you're doing lightning or stars. But he would always take his camera everywhere. I mean, whenever we would go, he would take us to state parks or to the park, and he would just stop, and if he saw something he liked, he'd just take a picture of it.
Right?
So,
That is so exciting. Appreciating. And I always say that God is the most ultimate artist, right? But I think it's so important to get our heads up, from the ground, look around and enjoy what surrounds us and take those moments. So I love it that you guys do this. My photographers in this group, you guys all remind us to stop, look around, capture those moments, enjoy those moments. And I'm so glad your dad gave you that inspiration. Right? Did you pass it down to your son?
no, he inherited the musical part.
I am so
Because
proud about that.
my dad grew up playing drums.
Did
So
he?
he was in the band in his high school, and then when he was later on in his later years, he was part of a band that he had with some of his high school friends. So they went to different places and played in different like bar and grills and places like that. So
Right. Well, you are a prime example because whenever you're in the chats or whatever, you always remind me we need to totally teach our children music, arts in general, but definitely music because that is like it's like a second language, and it gives them such a wonderful talent that they can have the rest of their life, and I'm so proud of you for, inspiring him to pursue that field because you showed videos and everything. He's really talented.
yes,
You're such a
he's
proud,
going to college to become a band instructor. He won't,
really.
he's doing conducting classes and stuff right now. So
Is he really?
yeah,
Wow. How exciting is that? That is really awesome. Right? And I'm with you, Nancy. I'm so proud of your son. He is really great. But what a good a future for him. I am so excited. And that talent of art, nature, creativity, and whatever really runs strong in your family. And I'm excited to show everybody your amazing eye that captures our beautiful nature. Are you ready to do this?
yeah.
Okay. Let me load this up, everybody. And while I'm getting everything situated here for you guys, do me a favor and go give our wonderful Tristater a follow, please. You guys can follow him and try. I don't know if you're on anything else, but you can shout that out. But I know you're on X at Tristater72, and he's also on Truth Social at FreeWolf27. He is definitely one of our moderators. We shout out every show. He's got an amazing group over there on True Social as well. You guys can check that out. There's so many ways to go and find him and support him. This is where you can go find him. He's got an amazing group over there on True Social. All right. Did I miss anything of where they can find you?
Well, other than my Rumble channel too. So
Oh, wow. I did not know you had a Rumble channel. Maybe I did. I think I probably follow you. So you're going to have to give that information. We're going to drop all of this information into the permanent chats as well. So you guys who are watching this later are going to find a way to follow him everywhere. So your Rumble channel, is it just under the same thing? I want to just double check here.
yes, you
Okay.
just click on my profile and it should be there.
Oh, there it is. Yep, there it is. Awesome. I'm grabbing that link right now. We're going to throw this into the permanent chats, you guys. So you have it. I want you guys to make sure you're going and giving our wonderful guests a follow everywhere you possibly can. All right. I hope you guys are excited. This is so exciting, right? Cass says that too. Oh, I'm going to throw this up here first because you guys are amazing with your wonderful comments. But Cass, I agree. She says, that's so exciting to hear. Good music directors are a godsend to our youth. I could not agree more. Absolutely awesome. All right, so here we go, everybody. Starting with our first. Tell us where we're at.
We're going to work, and there's a large kind of open field down this stretch of road. It's a back road I take to work some mornings, and there's mornings where it's just foggy, and depending on how it looks, you can barely see so far in front of you, or you get images like this, where the fog is just hanging low. It's not covering everything, and it just with the sun coming up over the trees, it kind of makes a glow. So I just take a picture when I can.
I love it. I lived when I lived in North Carolina and I was working in public schools. It would get really foggy around. It was really swampy, but it got really foggy. And I would always be one of these people that's like, okay, I got to stop to take a picture of this because it was almost, something just mystic about it. And I'm so glad that you're like, okay, I got to capture this, because it's just this beautiful, everyone. Just beautiful. I agree. Phenomenal photo. Man, how often does it get foggy in your area?
Depends on the weather. It just like here lately when it started warming up and winter's kind of lost its grip. It's kind of you have the cool mornings and then it starts warming up and it's humid out. So like I said, some days it's worse. Some days you wouldn't be able to see the tree line on some days. So
Right? That is so beautiful. Absolutely so beautiful. How lucky are you? And I don't know if you're driving or not while you're taking this. But you know what I really love about this too is there's some real Christmas that you can see with the trees. But I love how the fence line has got this blur to it, in a way. And I don't know, if it's something you've manipulated just by luck captured. I have no idea, but this is absolutely phenomenal.
no, I'm driving when I take the picture.
Snap, 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 snap as you go
Yeah,
by.
pretty much.
Well, it
I
turned
snap
out
a couple of shots and pick the best one.
right. Right. Well, okay. Everybody pray for Try when he's driving down the road. He's capturing his beautiful shots. But you are, and this is just beautiful. This would be an amazing painting and it's, own right. And I do love how our artists do find you photographers and say, hey, you mind, and you do collaborations, but I just love this. Something I always, intrigues me about the fog. And so I thought this was a great way for us to start tonight. All right, take us to this beautiful scene.
Let me see if I remember where that was at. That let me have to look.
Right, the
Oh,
star. Right?
yeah, this is at one night when my son was younger and I was still going out to his mom's house to pick him up and drop him off. When I drop him off, it'd be dark out there. They barely have any. You don't have any city lights to worry about, and so I'd stand out there by the car when I was leaving and just take these pictures with the phone camera.
That just blows my mind. I mean, I didn't have when I lived in northern Arizona. Is one of the things I miss the most about it is the stars were so engulfing that you could walk out and be like, you just feel like they were just surrounding you. And I was never able to capture that, that scene, while I was there. And then yet, you're telling me you're taking this from the phone now. I mean, how they have really upgraded, the photography ability is amazing because look at the stars, guys. How beautiful is this? Wow. Do you have to do any editing to make them more crisp or clear?
No,
Wow.
I don't know how to use any of those programs.
Either. I don't know either. I'm like so old school. I'm just like, oh man, I don't even, well, my phone's not updated, but man, this is just so amazing. And don't we all love to just go out and stare at the stars? I know that I do. Oh, amazing. Absolutely. Now, this is not you driving, right?
No, this is after I've dropped my son off at his mom's house, and like I said, out there you don't have city lights around too much. So if you leave the shutter on long enough, you can. This is probably a 10-second exposure on the phone camera because you can do that now with the newer phones. And the longer you have the exposure going is then you start seeing is when you see the star trails because of the rotation of the Earth.
Okay. Because I am still noticing that the bottom part of this is still, a little blurry, but that is so wonderfully intentional. I think that, I'm really loving that effect. And I don't, like I said, I don't know too much about being able to do this kind of stuff. I mean, I do have a really decent camera. I need to learn more about it, but this effect here too, where you can just kind of see it blur, but the sky is so crisp. Those stars are so clear. I know that I want to be there right now so much. Amazing. Amazing. How often do you go stargazing? Try.
I try to do it once in a while because I can do this off my backyard. I mean, I know if you remember the aurora pictures that I posted when it
Yep.
was this far south, so I could see them from my yard. So
Wow. I believe we have some of those tonight to show off, everyone. So you guys will see what he is talking about with those as well. Absolutely amazing. All right. So what caught your attention with this? This is so unique. I love it.
I like trains too. So when
Right.
I can get a picture of there's a sighting in town, and there's several businesses that still use the railroad. So they have their cargo cars sitting there for, I don't know the exact details of all that, but there's different cars that sit there on days. So
I love the contrast that's going on here too. And I do, when my husband and I were first married, we used to live really kind of close. You could hear the train and it would bother me. And then throughout the years, our house now, we have a train, but it's, kind of a little bit off and it's in the mountainous areas. But there's something about listening to a train go by now that's actually quite soothing to me. And it's really, really nice to see, and I love the contrast between this wonderful sky and that red of the car, the car. This is really awesome. Absolutely amazing. Just amazing. Love it.
On my Rumble page, I post where the trains are actually going by at the crossing, or there's a spot on that road I go to work where you can tell the railroad track is very close to the road, and every once in a while I'll catch a train going by right there, and so
right, man, absolutely amazing. Oh, hey, Donna, I agree. I absolutely agree. Let me grab that comment so we can show everybody what you're saying. Welcome, Donna, but I agree. He says that would make a great abstract car in itself, right? I love that. Hey, do it. Absolutely do it. That is awesome, right? And the contrast, Nancy, with that sky against that train is just so beautiful. What a great picture. Sometimes too, the graffiti on the train, right? Sometimes I see some of the most amazing artists in the world, doing some outstanding graffiti. Sometimes, you see those and you're like, man, they've got some skills. I'll tell you what. But right, the graffiti on the train.
You want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi?
Is it your cat?
Yeah.
Oh, we get a bonus, everyone.
Oh. Say hi. This is Lucy. This is my cat. Formerly belonged to my mom. She's still up and kicking.
Oh, precious. That's so funny. That's a very common pet name in our wonderful artist corner. Many of us have a pet named Lucy. So everybody say hi to Lucy. Oh, how beautiful is that, right? Love it. Absolutely love it. I remember this one so much. It just blew my mind. And I was like, how did you get a picture of snowflakes? He's got several of you guys, and I just grabbed one. But snowflakes are so unique, every single one of them. And he was able to grab the magnificent, beauty of snowflakes. So how did you, get this to happen before it started melting and so forth? I mean, and were you amazed at how unique each one was?
Yes. I had seen someone else do that was more professional, that he would use the actual digital camera, DSLR camera, whatever you call them, and he would get very close up pictures of snowflakes. And he had the snowflakes falling on a black, uh, like a black coat or a black cardboard, and he would lay it outside. And what would happen is when the snow started falling, before it got covered up and everything, you could see the individual flakes sitting on the black background.
Right.
So I tried that outside. I had a black cardboard and set it outside in black. I had a old black shirt that I threw out there and hung it over the railing on the deck. So when it started snowing, it got cold enough that it wouldn't melt when it touched the fabric.
Wow. That is so neat. That is just so neat. Oh my gosh. I love snowflakes so much, because they are it's another example to me of how we are all intricately made, how divinely we're all made, and how individually we're made, right? Because you look at snowflakes and not a single one looks the same, and so we're all snowflakes, guys. That's a great analogy for us all to remember. Divinely made, just as in the snowflake. Cass has a go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Cass has a picture or a question for you. Have you taken any pictures of water drops with different frequencies being played?
No, I have not.
Well, maybe we'll have to do something at another time for that one. Have you ever thought about that? Get your son to play different, different things. Right? See how the water moves, but if you guys have ever seen those videos, water it totally moves and designs all kinds of crazy stuff with different kind of frequencies of music. So yeah, I thought you guys would really like this piece, and thank you guys so much for your wonderful comments and compliments. I love it. Absolutely beautiful. Remarkable.
I was going to say, it reminds me of the little art thing they had everybody do in elementary school, where they folded up the paper and just cut holes in it to make the snowflakes.
Right?
None of them were ever the same.
Oh, right. That's really true. It is true because, every kid has got something different that we'd all create, and then they hang them up all over the place. I love that. But this just is fantastic. It just shines like a diamond too. Look at the light just bouncing through this snowflake, everyone. Wow. Absolutely breathtaking. I love it. So amazing. I just always marvel, guys. I think that's why I love, nature and all of its form. I just marvel in the masterpieces that are created. Fantastic shot. Okay, where are we at now?
The backyard. It's when my mom's plants were thriving, and it was after springtime has come, and just you had all the butterflies and bees and different insects flying around in the backyard, and I just happened to sneak up on this butterfly and take the picture.
Wow. And see, you are doing something that I guess it's like you said, the new phones where you can literally blur the background, guys, and make the focal point on the butterfly.
Yeah.
That is really a unique thing, wow. I don't even know what you guys probably know, and maybe Try. What kind of butterfly is this?
I don't know.
I don't know either. If you guys know, throw it in the chat. But it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. How far were you away when you took this?
Probably about less than a foot away.
Man, that is just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It is a pretty one, so nobody knows the breed of this one either, right? I don't know, but don't you just love the contrast in this? I mean, absolutely amazing with the dark black and the gold, white, and the blue. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. Amazing. Oh, yeah, they're loving this one, right? Everyone, great contrast, isn't it? Do you have these kind of butterflies often? Or was this a rare you do? So
they come around the yard when it starts getting warmer out. So
wow. Native to your area. I love it. I get a lot of monarchs where I'm at. So this must be something. And you are in Alabama?
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Okay. So these are
Yeah.
native. I don't know why I think that. It's an A state. Native to your area. I don't know. Maybe it's the humidity. Maybe it's the, environment, but it's just absolutely breathtaking. Man, amazing. So cool. Just trying to grab you guys' and I'm not seeing nobody yet. Nobody knows, but they're all loving this one. Hey, Leonas, welcome. Right? Absolutely beautiful. I like butterflies too. I think we all have a love for that. She usually videos them. Nice. Yeah. Very nice. Amazing. And you have a favorite thing that you like to take pictures of?
Lightning, storms.
You are great at that. Absolutely great at that. Man, this is so cool. This would be a great painting too, guys. I just think so. With the contrast of the sunset with the cars and lights. Wow, where are we? Try.
On the freeway going to work.
We gotta pray for you when you try.
Well, I've kind of got it down to an art form now where I can hold the phone while I'm driving and just push the shutter with my thumb on the screen. So
nice.
And like I said, I'll take a couple of pictures when I'm doing that and then just pick the best one out of all of them. So
this is just remarkable. Look at that cloud formation coming through with this beautiful light casting on it and the glorious colors, right? And just, it's like you could almost like see totally two different pictures, but I love the darkness of the cars underneath it, right? Just really gives it almost, what is the word I'm looking for? The paintings, you guys, I have one and I can never remember, but the term for it, where you paint something black over the silhouette. There we go. So it's like a silhouette painting. And it's just beautiful. Absolutely. Right. A very dynamic scene, Data. I agree. I love it. Let me throw this up here. There we go. Man.
I just liked how you could see the textures in the clouds with the different shading and the light and the different orange colors on the with the sun coming up.
That Nancy said they say they love the texture in the sky. No, I live in a very forested area, so I don't, I miss the sunsets when I was in like Arizona because there's not very many tree life around, so they just fill up the skies, and I would just love.
This was during sunrise.
Really, this is sunrise?
Yep. Yes.
Wow,
this was on my way to work in the morning, so.
Wow, guys, this is not even sunset. They had that kind of thing going on in Arizona too. People didn't necessarily believe that. I'm like, the colors come up in the mornings too, like this. Wow. Isn't this just majestic?
And the funny thing is you have to catch it at the right time because a few minutes later it could look totally different or not have the color at all when the sun starts coming up higher. So.
Wow. I'm almost jealous. How often do you see this?
If it's cloudy and I catch it right.
Nice. Nice. I agree, Mabel. Hey, welcome. Right? This is awesome. So beautiful.
I mean, it's all about timing too. I mean, if you just happen to catch something at just the right time and take a picture, right? Because you never know what you're going to see.
Right. And it changes day by day because, the chances of seeing this textured, cloud event again, you might see something similar, but it's just not going to be the same. Absolutely amazing. I agree, Frosty. Absolutely amazing. Man, all jealous, aren't we? Oh, I grabbing here something from JJ. I was just about ready to move that. Oh, okay. We found out the butterfly. Princess is on it. Thank you, Princess. I love it. Let me pop this up from JJ. Right? He says the sun position will change the aspect of the color, light, and shadow. Great timing, Tristater, he says. And Princess says the butterfly is called a red-spotted purple lamentis, Arthemis. I looked it up. Okay, it's a red-spotted purple lamentis. Okay, thank you. That's so cool. You guys are doing the homework for me. I appreciate that. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Fantastic picture or photo, I should say. All right. Tell us about this one.
There's a hill that when I'm going to work on that back road, it comes down and you can see into the valley. It's the valley down there where the fog is, was where that first picture was taken, that long flat field. So this is looking down into that valley. So it's foggy, but it's not like covered in, because in the distance, that's Pinnacle Mountain in Little Rock.
Man, I love that. Oh, that is so awesome. Man. And how that fog is just laying over the back mountains and just coming right down into that valley, right? These pockets of that. Amazing. That's so cool. That's right.
Well, the road where it almost meets the railroad track in that section is just on the other side of the railroad tracks is the Arkansas River. So that's the river valley that's right there. So
right. And anybody noticing, there's a little part on here that I noticed. Let's see if you guys notice that just totally, I think, also just enhances the picture. It's just, I don't know if you meant to take it or whatever, but I just think it's awesome. Does anybody spot something that just maybe doesn't go in the picture, but I love that it's in this photo? Let's see if you guys.
Very bottom.
Yeah. I love that you kept that, because you could have totally cropped that out, but there's just something about that. I just think that is just really awesome. That is awesome. Let's see if you guys grab what I'm talking about here. Right? Don't you love it too, Princess? Right? I love the way the fog goes through the trees, don't you? Absolutely amazing. I'm going to check what you guys are saying here and see if anybody over here is catching the same thing I'm catching.
The fog is distracting them.
That's right. It's so beautiful that you guys, right? Maybe you don't see it, but I sure do love it. It's a little moment. And I love my bell. He's here in Country Roads playing as you see this photo. That's awesome. That is just awesome. All right. So I'm going to tell you guys, anybody see the 66 miles per hour? At the very bottom of the photo. Is that coming from your car, Try?
Yeah, that's my heads up display on the car. It has where it shows how fast you're going on the windshield in front of you so you don't take your eyes off the road.
Oh, man. I love it. I just think that is great. I mean, that's a choice too. Like I said, you could have easily kind of just cropped that out. Is there a reason that you're like, I think this is pretty cool. I want to keep that in. What's your take on that?
I could have, but sometimes I will and sometimes I won't. Sometimes I don't realize that I've taken the picture with it in there until afterwards. So
right. Right. I think it's a really cool capture. It just is. It's awesome. And now that you guys are like, oh yeah, I didn't even see that. Right. You guys were all mesmerized by that fantastic fog. I think that is just awesome. Right. Now we have another song. It'd be great if it's at 55, but we just love this 66 miles per hour. He is running down that road, taking this picture. That is beautiful. Everything about this photo is just wonderful. I really, another one of my favorite parts is that back mountain area, right? That you can just barely see. There's just a hint of it, those wonderful little, and then, the clouds and stuff. It's just so, it's there, but it's not there. You know what I mean? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, yeah. Now they've noticed the speed limit thing. Okay. She's like, oh, I'm going to tell you what she says here in a minute. This will totally crack you up. Oh my gosh. And she's like, okay, she's noticed the 66. She goes, yeah, but the speed limit is 40. Probably.
I drive safe down that road. Don't worry. It's
Right.
the speed limit is 55 down through there. So,
Right. That's awesome. Absolutely
but yeah,
awesome.
the right there at the end of the road, if you can tell, that's Pinnacle Mountain that you see coming up. What's behind it are just more clouds.
Mm-hmm. Right. And
But
right.
when on
Jerry
clear
says it's
days, you can
really
see better off through there. So,
right. I love that you guys are all grabbing something different from here too. I think that's another catch I love too. The stripes on the road, right? Right. Oh, that was so funny. Don't worry, Cass. That was too funny. She says she couldn't help it. Frosty. Now that you all seen it, everybody, that's just cracking me up. Frosty says those speed limits are just suggestions. But you know what, Jerry over on YouTube, hey Jerry, it's so nice that you said, because it does almost look like a pyramid, right? That's just sitting there. It's just a beautiful, beautiful photo. And I agree. Just kind of rising up,
Yeah.
fantastic shot. Fantastic. We had a lot of fun with this one, and we got to enjoy this amazing, beautiful, beautiful image. All right. This is so
Oh yeah.
awesome.
It
Sounds fun.
was the moon was you could see the moon during the daytime. So I played around with the phone and that's a 50 times zoom on the phone.
Really?
I didn't
Wow.
know it could zoom up that high. It went up all the way to 100.
Really? That is really a phenomenal shot for just being able to zoom in. And don't we love the contrast between the blue and the moon? Right? Wow. Absolutely amazing. I agree. I agree. Mabel is saying that came out really good. I know, right? Yeah, I'm not used to seeing moon pictures like this. I don't know about you guys, but I'm used to seeing like moon pictures with dark. So to be able to capture the moon during the day and this amazing contrast is just remarkable. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal is right. Man, that is just outstanding. You're lighting up the chat here. Give me 1 minute. Try. I'm putting this all in here. Right. Cass says that is so cool.
I
Frosty is
appreciate all the comments, everybody.
right. They are loving your work. Outstanding is right, Frosty. Just amazing. How many have you guys, I mean, without looking up or Googling it, how many photos have you ever seen of something like this? I mean, just really unique, isn't it? I think so. I wonder what it would have been like if you zoomed into 100%. You think it would have just like overtaken the whole shot, or have you tried that?
Yeah, I did. I think I have a picture of it really, really close.
Do you?
I
You're gonna
should have
have
sent it to you.
to drop that now in the artist corner so that we can see that, because I would love to see, like, did you get, the texture of the moon even better? Because you can see it. If you guys really look at the moon, look at the craters at the little, bottom of it here as well, too. I mean, you can see the bigger ones, but look at the little, the texture of the craters at the very bottom of the moon. Wow. Man. Right? I agree. The shape is so cool, right? It's not even the full moon. I love the shape of this moon in here as well. Mm-hmm. Perfect timing with all these photos. I agree, Alionis. Absolutely amazing. We're going to look forward to this. Is another reason why you need to go into the artist corner, or just, you can follow me or whatever, or both, because I will share that out, and we look forward to seeing the other version of this piece. Oh, take me to heaven. This just is beautiful.
Now this was sunset, and this was at my house.
I'm pretty jealous here. You know, like, you know, I know we have the color here, but like I said, we have so many trees here that I just don't get to see a sky that's just, you know, filled with this kind of color anymore. And look at this, guys. This is so dramatic, so beautiful. Oh, I agree. How many of you guys get to see color in your skies like this? Am I the only one that doesn't really get to this anymore? Isn't that beautiful? Look at the contrast from the bright, you know, yellowy oranges to the dark, deep purples. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. All right. Is this your house every night? Do you get to see color like this? Try every night?
Not every night. It's like I said, it's certain times of day, or when it's cloudy or not. I mean, when it's not cloudy, you can see that color during sunset, but it's not all the time. It's not very often.
So, like you said, when you see this, you've got to go and just grab that moment, you know? And how long does something like this last, this color that you're seeing?
Sometimes a few minutes. There's sometimes where I've caught it where you'll take a picture of it one time, and then the next picture you take will be a little bit different.
Right? Absolutely amazing. I agree, guys. Just gorgeous. What are you saying here, Cask? The glow behind the trees. Wow. Right? Just phenomenal. I know that's my word, guys. And yes, JJ made a video for that, but I do need a little jingle. Phenomenal. No, right? But that's the, you know, every time I think of JJ's video that he made for me. We'll have to play it at the very end or something, because I'm sorry if I use that word so often, but it's magnificent, phenomenal, outstanding, extraordinary. These are the words I love to use because that's exactly what it is to me. You know, I mean,
And
this is what I'm talking.
And sometimes words just don't capture what you're seeing.
No. And that's the closest that you can actually, you know, get to even describe what you know, are seeing. And this is what I was talking about. Like when I get to go to Artist Corner, you know, and I get to see all of this amazing stuff, talk about setting my day off right. You know, I get to go in there and start sharing whoever, you know, I didn't catch the day before or who's ever shared throughout the night. And I am so excited because I come in and I see stuff like this and I'm like, oh, wow, my whole day is just in such a beautiful mood because of the wonderful talents we have here. But isn't this absolutely stunning? That's another word I love, Eliona. Stunning is right. Mm-hmm. And I agree, Mabel. It does. It looks like fire. Absolutely amazing. You guys are loving this one. She loves all the words I use in Artist Corner. Well, thank you, Nancy. I'm starting something new, I guess. You guys use them, right? Absolutely.
Break out those thesauruses and dictionaries.
Sometimes you can do that, right? You just kind of go, all right, give me words that are like this. But I've always used that one. It's truly, that's probably why JJ made a video, because it is truly one of my favorite words in the world is phenomenal. So we love this one. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this as well, because it is. This photo is phenomenal. Oh, is this Lucy?
Yes.
Now we know her name. That is
yes, one it is.
That is one happy spoiled cat, my friend. How old is she?
She's pushing 15, 16 years. She belonged to my mom. So.
Wow. That is just gorgeous. You know, it's funny because after we talked and we all said hi to Lucy, right? What is really great is the fact that I saw it like on Pilled Arcade J's, like, I have a Lucy too. I know Nancy has a Lucy. You have a Lucy. I have a Lucy. I mean, it's those things all in common. If you guys have a Lucy pet, say I in the chat, right? You'll be part of the wonderful club of Lucy animals. That's funny. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
We got to, I agree. Frosty says we got to have an artist corner storm chasing team. Right? I agree. There's about 3 or 4 of you that I would put on that team for sure. Amazing. Right? Absolutely.
That's funny
amazing.
that he says that's what I wanted to do before, is do like them guys you see on YouTube or out there that chase the storms when it's tornadoes and stuff like that.
Right. What made you not decide or not go into that field by chance?
Time, money, and I know that most of the guys that do that have meteorology degrees. So, and I know a lot of it is their passion, but in the end, it was just, there's just so much money and time involved in this, because you could be out on the road driving 400 or 500 miles before you see anything, if you see anything, because
Right.
the tornadoes are so rare to find and to catch. You got to be at the right place at the right time.
I love it in a movie or in a video or whatever, and you can watch those movies like Twist or whatever, but then you see like the big ones come in and I'm like, yeah, I know. Cows are flying, houses are going. I'm like, yeah. In fact, when we look for a place to live, we're like, okay, do they have tornadoes? Do they have hurricanes? Do they have earthquakes? I'm like, yeah, no natural disasters, it can be scary. Have you ever had a major tornado through your area?
We've had several close, but not actually, not through where I live, but like towns, like, what was it, 23, where one went through Little Rock.
Yeah.
And then there was the big one that went through Valonia and Mayflower back in 2013, 2014. It was real bad. So,
wow. Did you lose anything? Was everybody okay and safe?
yes.
Well, that's the miracle right there.
I know there was a few, there were people that did die in those tornadoes, but it was, all my family and friends were okay. So
good. And I see you guys are putting stuff that there's some tornado watches. If you're in an area of a tornado watch, everyone be safe out there. Right?
yeah. Well, they had some go through Oklahoma and stuff last night. So
all right, everyone, be safe. And you know what? Hey, if you need prayers, whatever, that's why we've got the prayer requests going on every night too. Just put your name in the prayer request. You guys, again, in Artist Corner, every night at 7 p.m., Mondo puts out the prayer requests, and he's got an army of prayer warriors. So there you go. Oh, wow. Where is this?
that was in the same field as the first picture, a little further down the road.
Really?
So, because what there's a big plot of just farmland all through there. A little further over in that direction that we're looking, the freeway goes through the same flat land through there. So,
wow.
And that's sunrise coming into work with a little bit of, I don't know if you can tell, a little fog on the ground, like at ground level. So,
if you didn't know that was ground, it almost comes off as a lake effect. You know what I mean? If you didn't know that was ground, the way that's kind of rolling in a way, you can almost think, if you didn't know that was fog or whatever, you're like, that almost kind of would have this little, look of a lake, but it's not, guys. It's fog rolling over the ground. That's awesome, with that amazing silhouette look again. Just fantastic. Fantastic.
Goofy raccoons. Raccoons in the backyard.
Oh yeah, she's like, wait. Yeah. Right. Her interest. I do too. I like this one. Sunrise and sunset photos and paintings, right, are my favorite. This would be a fantastic painting if anybody, as you know, I'll just put it out there because a lot of you guys are just fantastic, at doing this. And, reach out if you ever want to do that. I'm sure he wouldn't have a problem. I think it's almost even an honor when, someone's like, hey, can I paint your photo? This would be a really beautiful one. I love it. Absolutely beautiful. I'm glad you like this too. Just look at that. Look at the whimsiness of those clouds too. They're just like whiskey, kind of just, floating through this amazing, beautiful sky. Amazing. I'm telling you, you live in a really good area, my friend. Really good area.
Well, they call it the natural state for a reason.
Do they? I'm sorry. JJ's making me laugh over here with the raccoons. I'm like, right, that's going to be the new cats, everyone. I see so many people that are like, I need a raccoon. He says raccoons are awesome, especially families of them. Right? That is funny. Amazing. You guys crack me up out there. This would be a really good pastels as well, too. Right? I agree. Somebody let Mulatto know. She's awesome with her. She's coming on, by the way. But yeah, pastels are your favorite. Amazing. All right. Take us on this journey.
Okay. This was when after I dropped my son off back at college after he was here for the Christmas break. So I went and got him, and the geese were out there in the big old field they have out there by campus.
Yeah.
So they were just all gathered out there in one place. So I took a picture.
That, right? That is awesome. I don't want you to say his location, but is he far away from you? Did he go far for school, or is he, within?
He's within an hour drive.
Nice.
So
not too far away, but just far enough.
Yeah.
Right. How neat is this? Talk about it. This is more than just like a whole flock of geese literally just landed on this area.
Yeah.
I see the water in this picture, but is there a lake close by or something?
Just beyond the tree line in front of the ridge in the background is the Arkansas River.
Okay. There you go. That's what I thought too, Cask. I'm like, wow, that is a lot of geese. I don't know if I've ever seen, maybe in the sky as they're flying per se, I don't know, but I've never seen a field with this many geese in one location before. I'm telling you.
There was more off to the left side, but I couldn't get them all in the picture.
Wow. Man. That is
I was kind of framing it between the two trees right there.
Mm-hmm. Nice shot. This is something too. I know some of them you're taking by your car, some of them you stop to take and stuff too. But when you stop and literally go to say, I'm going to take a photo, is there something that you are looking for? Do you have to, play around with your phone or camera to get a certain angle? Do you play around with the angle? How does that kind of work to spot that artist eye that you have?
Sometimes I do when I'm sitting there, like when I'm taking the pictures in my yard. I have to make sure I have a clear view of the sky. So I move around. I can move around here, but when I'm driving to work or something and I happen to catch something at that particular moment, there's really nowhere there to stop. So I'm just taking the picture. I'm not even looking. Sometimes I'm not even looking at the phone. I'll kind of angle the phone where I know, kind of look.
Right.
And I'll keep driving, and then I'll just hit the shutter button a few times.
Wow. That is really neat. That's what if we don't appreciate photographers, there's a lot that I've seen some of these people that are hanging over the sides, they're angling it, they're laying down, they're looking at, it takes a lot of effort of how am I going to get that angle? How am I going to capture this frame? Because when he said, I wanted to frame this, that's an effort, that he wants to make sure that it's all in a certain kind of zone. And that's what I talk about with like an artist's eye, especially when it comes to nature. I want to capture the magnificence of this, what I'm seeing. and we're going to frame it right, so I appreciate all the dedication you do for that.
Well, now that it's starting to warm up and get lighter out, I'll be going out to different state parks. So
Are
I'll
you?
be taking some more nature pictures.
You are such a great example. Everybody get out, go be in the sun, go and enjoy some kind of park, get out and start walking, breathing some of that wonderful, fresh air, and enjoy nature, and bring your camera. Most of us have your phones anyway, but right? Capture these moments. I look forward to what you capture.
And don't
Absolutely.
forget to set your clocks ahead an hour tonight.
Right? That's right. Isn't that
Yep.
great? Well, get to lose some time.
Yuck.
Look at this. You've got such amazing fog effects going on around you. Wow. Tell us about this piece.
And it's always in that same area when I'm going to work. It depends on, like I said, the weather, atmospheric conditions. They'll be kind of foggy, a little bit foggy, or some days where you just, like I said, you wouldn't even see but the front part of the trees on how foggy it is through there. And it's in that one area.
This is a prime picture for, like, when I'm screaming in the morning, be the light. Doesn't this one, I don't know about you guys, but doesn't this one just to me, it screams be the light, because look at this amazing sunlight that's just coming out going, here I am. And it's so beautiful. It's just shining through. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, good night, JJ. Thank you for stopping by, honey. We appreciate you. All right. Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. The atmosphere is so beautiful in all of these photos, but look at this, right? Just gorgeous. That's a good question. Donna wants to know, do you have any smoke pictures? Fires, do you mean?
No, I do not.
Nope. I don't know. Right. So maybe that's something, I don't know if that's something you want to look out for, but yeah, if you ever see, a smoke picture or something like that, maybe. I do know it gives off some great color, but see, Frosty says the same thing. He says, he could so paint this, right? So beautiful. Beautiful. Do it, Frosty. Do it. I would love to see that collaboration. Just reach out and ask permission and see if he'll say yes, and think that's awesome. But this to me, guys, everything about this piece is be the light. Be the light. Here we go. Be the light.
I honestly wouldn't mind if somebody wanted to paint any of my pictures.
See, there you go, guys. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Just magnificent. All right. Look at this. Man, he lives in this is almost like Scooby-Doo territory with this fog level going on here.
This was at work. This is after I got to work. And that's how foggy it was that morning.
Right. Right. Amazing. Oh, it's smoky downwind ones. I don't know, Dada. He hasn't got any smoky ones yet so far, but maybe sometime he'll see that. Oh, no. Frosty says that you could have painted the last one. Okay. Well, maybe you guys, do that together and help him out. He is a new painter to our wonderful world. I love that. That's something else I love, that Try is not afraid to try. I love that. Try is not afraid to try. It's in the beginning of this wonderful name. I'm with you, Shelly. Look at this. It's so beautiful. Man. Right? Isn't it just got this mysterious look to it? I love it. I love it. This is probably one of my favorites because I just really love how gorgeous that fog is. Hey, Original Claw. Nice to see you. Right. Looks like central Pennsylvania, huh? No, we are in Arkansas, but he's got that going on in Pennsylvania as well, too. I'm telling you, I would see this in northern North Carolina. It would just get so thick. Sometimes you just have to pull over, too, because it was just so thick. And one of my photos, I just call it like the tree was, I named it Magnificent, as you can see, but I was like, I got to capture this because the only thing you could see was this one huge tree. And I was like, wow, I love the fog. Amazing. It's almost right. It's almost like an intentional blur. Isn't it great? He says that pic, right? Original class says that pic right there. The trees would make a great pencil drawing, right? That's what I'm saying, guys. I mean, this is what, right? If you want to paint it, draw it, or whatever you guys want to do, I agree with you on that. Absolutely amazing. I'd like to see you guys, you artists, try doing something like this. It would be absolutely fantastic. Oh, you're moving to Arkansas. Original Claw is moving to Arkansas. Well, there you go. You're going to have some beautiful fog environments there too. This would be a great pencil drawing though, right? Amazing. I'm so glad you guys are loving these. Isn't he phenomenal? What a great photographer, right? How many of you guys even knew that, you know, this is what we are so spoiled by seeing all this stuff. But if you guys are new to the show or new to the artist corner, you know, this is why I keep on telling you guys, please continue to put up, even if they're old paintings or old photos, because we get new people all the time and they've never seen this. So continue to share out your amazing works, guys. And this is fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Look at this. Tell us about this.
That's pretty much the same spot where the last one was.
Really?
The trees in the background. That's the parking lot of work.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That is just awesome. Awesome. Wow.
So there was just that puddle in the parking lot. And what I did was just got down and had the camera down low to get the reflection of the trees and the water.
Right? Wow. That reflection is so crystal clear. It is an amazing capture. Oh my gosh. Right. I knew you guys would love this one too. See, right? Love this one. I agree, Cask. Look at that reflection. I mean, it's beautiful, but you know, I'm just, you know, sometimes when we see reflections, they're distorted, right? And this, it's crystal clear. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And now I can sit there and picture you. He's like, oh, okay, I'm getting down. Making sure I get this. Wow. 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 Man. Right? This would be an awesome upside down photo. It might be, right? I think that is great. I never think about that. And Ma Bell took one of my pictures too, and I didn't even notice that. And there was like a thing coming through, and it was a reflection. And he's like, if you turn it, it makes a heart. And I was like, oh my gosh. So Ma Bell has a really unique eye and sees this. This would be a great upside down photo. And yep, Nancy said this photo would make a great painting. I agree. Wow. People are lighting up the chats. Lighting up the chat. Amazing. I'm so glad you guys are loving this. Try has the eye. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying, Alionis. He sure does. He sure does. Got that amazing artist eye. Let's throw that one up here. Claus asking a question. All right, Try. Are you anywhere near Mountain View, Arkansas?
No. I live in Conway.
So I don't know where. I think Conway's up north. I don't know where Mountain View is.
No. Mountain View's up north. Conway's probably, I'm in the central part of the state.
Okay.
I'm about a 20-minute drive from Little Rock, which is the capital. So.
Oh, right. That I know where that's at.
Yeah. So I'm about a 20-minute drive.
Hey, but you guys are in the same state, you know, so.
Yeah.
You know, never know. Never know. Okay, so are those birds in the puddle? I think those are leaves.
Those are leaves. That's how close down I got into the ground. Yeah, those are leaves in the puddle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So they're answering that too. Isn't that awesome? Okay, Dada says that your grandparents had a home built in Cherokee Village, Arkansas. Okay. Frosty says, "Hey, get familiar with the I-40, everyone."
Yeah.
I'm telling you, one of these days, I'm going to have some kind of artist corner event, and that's pretty a great location. The whole Missouri, Arkansas area, because it's pretty central to a lot of people, except our West Coast people. You know, it's a little bit of a trek, but it's a beautiful environment. I can't get over this reflection, though. Absolutely fantastic. You know, this is what I'm saying about noticing what's around us, too, because how often have you seen this since, Try?
Yeah, when it rains, that was a spot in the parking lot leaves a pretty good puddle.
Yeah.
So, but it just happened to be, you can tell by the colors on the leaves. It was right there when it started turning into winter. The leaves fell off, but there was still some color on the trees. So,
amazing. Right. And yeah, I see my artists are lighting up over this one. You know, he said you guys could use this if you wanted to paint this. And I see two of you, Nancy and Donna. Right? Exactly. You guys go to town. I don't know. Try Frosty. Frosty says we need to do the artist corner celebration at your work.
well, they might enjoy that. We know we do print shirts, so they're artists in their own right.
Right?
That make the designs. So,
man. So there you go. There you go. And just explain that real quick. So you do T-shirts and things like that. Is it like a press, or obviously they're doing a design, and is it computer printed? Is there a press? How does that work? The silk screening?
it's the screen printing. Yeah, the artists do use the computer, but they have to burn the image into the screen. And what happens is each screen can have different colors. So you will put a layer of color on the shirt, and then you'll put a color on top of it or next to it. And in the end, that's when you get the design. And then you run it through the dryer, and it dries the ink onto the shirt.
Wow.
So
I just had no idea that your whole life is surrounded by color.
I'm wearing, I don't know if you can see it.
Okay.
But the back of the shirt here is what we made. Yeah. We made these up there.
Oh, nice. Back up a little bit more towards your camera so we can see a little bit better. There you go. There you go. Nice. Look at that, guys. How cool is that? Custom? You make custom made ones?
Yeah, they will make custom make. We do all kinds of. We're kind of a small company, but they do large, like all the Bible camps around the country. We do FCA. I don't know if you're familiar with Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
No, awesome.
We do them for those. We do the Universal Cheerleader Association. We do a lot of shirts for them, and then we'll do local stuff and all kinds of different things.
Man, that is really cool. Surrounding his whole world with color. I think that's amazing. This is another absolute one of my favorites. There's so many things going on with this that I love. I love the different light, the colors of the lights, the reflections here, the brightness right up front with this. This is just fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us where we are for this one.
This is on the bank of Lake Conway, and it was pretty much dark. This was at night. So what it was is when I took the picture, I had the shutter on for about 5 seconds to get the light in the distance and the reflections in the water.
That is just really awesome. I agree. This is definitely one of my favorites. That is really awesome, right? I mean, it's just got so much, it's kind of like when we're looking at paintings, you want to be able to kind of look all over the place and explore, when you have a painting. This is doing the same thing for me because I just see this beautiful, beautiful detail, up front with this amazing light of the grass, right? And then you have the wonderful, the fogginess of the lake, and then you've got these different colors of the red, yellow, and greens popping all over on the border of this lake, and this beautiful silhouette foresty stuff around it. This is so wonderfully done. Have you ever thought about entering your photos into a contest? Try.
Not really, no.
You should. Man, wow. Yeah, lighten up. Man, that is just awesome.
Yeah, like the bright lights on the right side, that's a house on the other side of the lake.
Is it with the red light or the yellow and green?
The right side, the yellow and the green, that's a house on the other side of on the other bank. Because there's people that live around the lake right there. So even in the distance where the red lights are, there's houses along over there too.
Man, that is so neat. I don't know. I don't know if he has. Alionis wants to know if you use a tripod.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
But when I'm back in the backyard and I can set it up and take the star pictures and stuff like that, I'll use one. But there's sometimes where I'll just sit there and hold it and take the picture. I prop it up against a tree or something.
Right. And so original class says, what camera, lens, or exposure? So I think that you tell everybody again what you're using to take your photos.
This was using my iPhone I used to have. A lot of the newer ones that I sent you are using the phone camera that I have now. It's the S25 Galaxy.
Okay.
The last phone that I was using these on was the iPhone 13 Max, the Pro Max.
That's awesome. That's awesome because mine is still so old, right? Mine is so old. It does not, it does some good things, but it definitely doesn't do anything like this. So I am always amazed that an iPhone can take such great pictures. They have really kicked it up a few notches with their photo capabilities. Man, absolutely amazing. So what is, you said you have a camera thing now? Explain what that is to me. You have an iPhone. What are you using now?
Oh, I'm using a S25 Galaxy.
Okay.
An Android.
Okay, it's an Android. All right, sorry. Yeah. Okay. And what do you like better?
I'm liking the Android.
Do you?
Yeah, it's the photo with the moon that's what I took. This is the phone I took it with.
Man, amazing. Love it. I don't know. That's a good question. See, I think these would be great. Donna wants to know if you've made prints of your photos. I think he should and sell them, right? Have you ever thought about
tried? I think I made one of the lightning bolt.
Okay.
And something happened. I don't know if I was using the wrong kind of paper or ink, but I set it down, and then when I checked it later to see if it dried, it smeared.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I'm not really sure how to go about printing those off on photo paper.
I'll tell you that this is where I love, and your son's in college, so they probably have an art department somewhere. And if they've got a photo lab, because they usually have photography at your colleges, they're really cheap and they do a really good job. Just FYI, because of the photo students there, so they have a printing department, and I have gotten some amazing work done there at the best quality because that's they're a school, right? And it's really amazingly cheaper than most places you can go out there and get it professionally done. It's just awesome. So that's just an FYI. Maybe you go to find out if your son's college, but if you guys have any other, information or ideas for Try, please reach out and let him know places and things where he can go get prints made. Cause I agree with you guys. You should definitely be finding a way to sell these, print these, absolutely fantastic work. Staples. Okay. Staples does great stuff. Okay. I love it. Oh man. Speaking of Aurora.
Yep, this was when it was going on, and I stood at the bottom of my driveway looking into the back toward the north.
Man, that is just awesome. I just think that it's great that you even got to see that. I didn't get to see any of this color, so it's amazing that you got to. How long did this last?
I think it was just that one night,
But
and
the
I
whole
think
night.
it was a few hours. I think it was probably 5 or 6 hours.
That is amazing. That is amazing. How many of you guys got to see the colors? Wasn't this last year, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how many of you guys got to see these amazing colors too as well? I missed out. Totally missed out. Telling you, I'm in a state that I guess they don't want to celebrate that. What a crazy state. But I don't know. Maybe the foresty area that I'm in blocked that. I don't know. But yeah, everybody's loving this. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at the vibrance of this color. Right? Okay, I'm trying to grab all these. They are lighting up. This is one they are loving. This would be another great print, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, Southern California didn't get to see that. Yeah, see, okay, so I'm not the only one. Okay. I don't feel so bad now. I didn't even get to see much of the red moon either. It just was like, seriously? I'm like,
I wasn't getting up at 3 a.m. for that. I had to work that morning.
I was hoping to, I set my alarm just so I could go out and look and see if I could see it. And yeah, no. But I'm great eye and the stars above. Isn't that magnificent with this vibrant neon hot pink and these beautiful crisp stars above it? It is outstanding. Right? Absolutely amazing. Amazing. Let's see. Oh, your daughters in Georgia's got some of the lights. I don't know. That's amazing.
They were seeing the lights as far down as North Florida.
Right? I guess. I don't know
Well,
how
there
I
were pictures. People were posting pictures on X all over the place. There was people in Texas that saw the lights.
Okay, just me. I guess that's, oh well. We get these a lot. Well, you're up there in North Maine, so I bet that you do. But you can't see with the naked eye. You got to take pictures and then you can see them. Okay. I'm like I said, I'm in a very canopied tree area, so I don't know if that was the massive block. It blocks the sunsets and the sunrises a lot here too, so that might be the issue. But either way, this is why again I love the artist corner, because I can go in here and say, oh, and just you can take me away in your painting or your photo and just brighten up my whole day with your guys' amazing talents. And this is another shot that should absolutely be hanging somewhere, right? Phenomenal. It's like that's my word, phenomenal. Oh my gosh, we are loving this. So you guys, we are not done. Talk about storm chasing. You are going to see his love. We got a few pictures here that he is awesome when it comes to lightning. Man, this almost looks like it's starting a fire. What is going on? What happened in this moment?
I was that's actually a screen capture from the video I was taking. I was pulling up into there's a parking lot in that part of town that's like a where people can carpool if they got to go down to work and stuff. So I had right when I had pulled up is when the bolt came down right there. And just in that moment. So I went through, when I ran it through the computer, when I was using the video editor, I took a screen capture of when it happened.
Wow. That is crazy. Yeah, RKJ, that sky one, last one was, that was his favorite. Sorry if I missed that. But yeah, this is just crazy. It absolutely almost looks like, it's about ready to start something on fire. That light, the street light, just looks
Mhm.
like it's about ready to just be ablaze. Obviously, it was hit, right?
Yep.
Wow. Wow. And you're right there for this moment. And you have some seriously great luck at capturing this and seeing this kind of stuff. Were you nervous?
Not really. I enjoy the storms.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's something else I loved about Arizona too, because that lightning would just go across the sky. It had a great effect, and I did love looking at that. You're just like, wow, right? Isn't it amazing? How many of you guys love the storms? I love lightning. So beautiful.
I have better videos of the storms than the pictures.
Is that on your Rumble
'Cause,
channel?
some of them, yes.
Okay. There you guys go. And that Rumble channel is over here in the permanent links, um, over here on Rumble. So you guys can go check out that. We will, it'd be amazed because he's got these great videos as well. But I am just floored. Look at how bright that is and how thick that is. That's outstanding. Absolutely outstanding, right? Nice strike. And right, with the contrast too of the cars and the signal. Exactly. Exactly. Everyone's just keep on going. I wonder how many people in those cars saw that and were like, whoa, okay. Right? Got scared. Hearts jumping out of their chest. Oh my gosh. Right? You love the storms without the tornadoes. Yeah, exactly. Lightning was booming all night in her area. The only thing I don't like about storms is the animals, right? I got one that just goes nuts. She hates the storms. Her name is Lucy.
Yeah, mine is the same way. She doesn't like the thunder.
Right? Right. She tries hiding underneath my legs. She tries hiding everywhere. I'm like, I don't know. How many of you guys out there with an animal named Lucy is scared of the storms? That's good. That's funny. Right? Oh, you love to sleep to the storms? Yeah. That's funny. I can't. If there's a lot of thunder, I've got, every animal, and then some trying to come and hide in between my legs or whatever. This is outstanding, right? It is a fantastic lightning strike. All right. This is something I've never seen. I mean, there's a lot I haven't seen, but this one is totally different than I've ever seen from you before. What am I looking at, my friend?
Do you know one of those? It's hard to describe. It's got the sand in between the glass, and it has water. And you flip it around.
Okay.
You can make the sand kind of. You flip it upside down, and the sand kind of falls in the water. One of those things. I just got a zoom up close of it and took a picture.
As it was falling through?
No, while there was sitting at the bottom.
Oh, how unique. What made you go, I need a picture of this?
I just liked the way it looked.
Right?
I just wanted to try something different.
That is called having the artist eye. That is 100% sure. Because this looks like some amazing textured abstract going on here. I'm like, at first, I was like, did he paint this? What in the world is this that we're looking at? It was just so neat. The texture on this was so cool. Right? Oh my gosh. Isn't it awesome? Man, I never even thought about that. I don't know. I don't necessarily look around and say, that sand looks really awesome. Maybe I should now. Maybe I don't have the artist eye going on in my own home or with the things that we might have around, but that is just really beautiful. Wow. I got to look on this on something bigger. What is that at the very bottom? That yellow part?
That was something that was in there. I don't know exactly what, but I guess I just happened to catch it in the camera. I think that might be an air bubble. It is. Okay, that's an air bubble in there.
Okay.
Now that I look at it.
Wow. It just, again, this looks like, to me, like it's a painting. It's so awesome.
Because, like I said, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of a round frame with, it's got two panes of glass or
Okay.
plastic, and it's filled with colored sand, different colored sand and water. And you shake it up and flip it over, and
Okay.
it kind of just slowly trickles down toward the bottom.
Oh, I totally know what you're looking. I had to look this up. Right? Oh man. Okay. I just want to show you. If you guys don't know, because maybe you are not like, maybe you like and know what I'm talking about, or you know what he's talking about, or maybe you're like me and you have no clue sometimes. But as soon as you see it, you're like, okay, I see what we're doing here. Look at this is what he's talking about, right? Can you see what I'm showing? Try.
Yeah, those
It's,
things.
that's awesome. That is awesome. They say those are really relaxing. Right? Round kinetic sand art, soothing, moving landscape. I think that is really neat. Really neat. Now, can you turn it at any way or you just,
Yeah.
oh,
You,
wow.
if it settles and you want to turn it, you just take it and flip it over or turn it to the side and let the sand just fall wherever it does.
Right? And out of that, he goes, I need to go take a photo of this. Right? And it looks like a galaxy or space for sure, Dada. That is amazing. Oh, see, you like that too. You love those sand paintings. Every time you flip it, it makes a different picture. Okay. Huh. That's really neat. Learn something all the time. And I have totally seen those, but for some reason when you were describing it, I was like, I'm trying to picture this. And I just couldn't picture it until I had to look it up. How cool is that? I don't know if I would have ever thought about, hey, I'm going to go take a close up of this, but this is really neat. Talk about the grains of sand, right? That's awesome. This would be a really good painting if anybody's out there interested in there, my abstract artist. Don't you guys think this would be awesome? The texture alone, it'd be magnificent to see you guys create the texture on something like this. Wow. Absolutely cool. Nice, nice, nice. Now, look at this. Totally different moon than we saw before, right? With the contrast of the moon during the day. This has got to be, what, an eclipse?
Yeah, when we had the total eclipse. A year or two ago?
Really?
2 years ago, yes.
Wow. Look at the contrast on this. And you were able just to catch it at the most perfect time, right?
Yeah.
Just awesome. I know. That's what I'm saying, Ma Belle. This is awesome, right? Amazing. Amazing. Were you obviously stayed up late for this one?
Well, this was during the day.
Really?
This was the middle of the day when we had the total solar eclipse.
Wow.
I mean, we were in the path of the totality, so my work gave us a half day off because they were expecting a large group, like a large traffic jam and whatnot during the event. So I got to be home and set up the camera and everything to take the picture.
Right? And it's so dark. I mean, we're talking pitch black. Isn't that amazing? Except the rays coming through.
Oh, the picture doesn't do what happened justice when it went through. It was totally dark.
Wow.
And even the night insects were sounding off.
Were they?
Yes.
Wow. Well, this is just outstanding. Question: do you have a filter for your camera?
No.
Okay.
Well, I had to tape one of those glasses they hand out so you can look at the sun.
Yeah.
I had to kind of tape it on the front of the lens.
Really? So you
Yep.
could just like a pinhole view of this. Interesting. I love that. That's so creative. I am just mesmerized by just these beautiful white rays that are coming from this eclipse. Isn't it awesome? Man, I agree with you guys. This is absolutely awesome. Amazing. Let's see if you guys have anything else, right? No, just absolutely amazing. Make sure you guys are capturing these moments. Look at this stuff. Oh, this is absolutely hands down. I just love this. I mean, this is probably the one you were talking about doing a print of.
Yeah. That's the
Man,
best. And that is a photograph. I happen to have the shutter open at that moment.
not taken with your phone then. Was this taken with a
No.
camera?
Yes.
Wow. Look at this. Were you just driving and lightning's going all around you and you figure, okay, it's time I better, get out the camera? I mean, what was
No, I had a spot picked out that was in the middle of a that right there, the building right there is the brand new middle school they built in Valonia after they had the bad tornado. And there's a field right there and a little spot off the side of the road where it could sit. So I just sat there for the longest time and was just had my shutter open at certain, like I would open my shutter for 2 or 3 seconds at a time. Because sometimes that's the only way you can catch the lightning that way.
that is just right. There's no better word to even describe this besides, absolutely magnificent, or phenomenal. You guys know those words. If you find a better word than that, good luck because it's just unbelievable. And it's more than just even the one major strike. You look at the little veins going off to the side, the little side, strikes going on. Right? It's just absolutely outstanding. Did this cause any problem? Did it start a fire or anything like that? That's pretty dramatic.
No.
No, thank heavens. Wow. Right. I'm with you guys. I'm over here geeking out myself. So sorry if I'm not grabbing your chest. Sometimes the girl has got to just stare. I do that a lot with your guys' wonderful art. And I'm like, oh yeah, they're saying stuff in the chats. No, it is incredible. Absolutely. Right. Oh man. Just amazing. Just amazing. How can you not even use that to do the promo, right, guys? It's just dynamic photo. Oh, yeah, I'm glad you guys are loving this. Thank you guys again so much for your wonderful compliments. Oh, that's sweet, Nancy. I agree. Nancy says you make your dad proud, right? Such a talent. You have such a talent and an eye for this. Absolutely incredible. Incredible. We all love this one. But we're not done, guys. We're not done. He's got more to go. Oh, man. Love these. I love hummingbirds, as you guys know, if you've ever seen some of my artwork, but you love hummingbirds. But again, talking about that clearness and then the blurred behind it. Oh, this is just fantastic. Where was this taken?
My backyard. My mom loved the hummingbirds, and she had the feeders hanging around all over the yard.
Right.
So I would go back there sometimes and wait. I would just sit there and wait because I knew they were around and just wait for them to hover. And sometimes I'd catch them perching on the feeder.
Sorry. Yeah, that is absolutely beautiful. I mean, and that's amazing. Absolute patience. I mean, I think our as a photographer, you got to have patience, right?
Yeah.
But wow. And it's beautiful. You got a little beautiful, like a flowered ivy behind it too. That's just giving a wonderful contrast to this. Nice. Nice. Amazing. Look at that. To capture this, right? And it's just flying just perfectly. This little beautiful hummingbird just captured so beautiful. Mabel, you've been trying to get a picture of these little guys around your place with your camera's a joke. I bet you have one better than mine. My phone is an 8, guys. You guys, what are we on to the 16 and 17 now with the iPhones? Mine's an 8. Right? I'm like, yeah, it is. But I'll tell you what, This is a magnificent capture. How long did he stay? I mean, do they get used to you if you're just kind of sitting there for a while? I mean, can you barely make a movement without like, them flying away? How's that
Yeah,
work?
if you don't move too much, they'll get pretty close. I almost
Nice.
got hit in the head with one flying by my head.
I know never to wear like orange or red. If I ever wear like a red shirt or anything and I'm out doing yard work and stuff in the summertime, I've had that happen where they literally just come and they fly right into you. And I'm like, I'm not nectar. But they're so tiny. I think that's one of the reasons I think we all love hummingbirds too, because they're so tiny, right? And they just move so much. Their wings go. I don't know how many times a minute they flap, but it's a lot. I could probably look that up, but it's amazing how fast those little wings have to go to just keep them in flight. I don't have a
It's
flip.
kind of cool when you're out there and it's quiet, but you hear them. You hear them flying around, and you hear them chirp.
Right. I want to see this now for hummingbirds. Okay, so let's see. How many times does a hummingbird's wings flap in a minute? Holy cow. So their wings flap between 50 to 80 times per second during normal flight, which equates to approximately 3,000 to 4,800 beats per minute. That is insane. 50 to 80 times per second. Holy cow. That's unbelievable. Wow. Oh man, it's just amazing. What are you guys saying here? Oh, everybody's here's a -2. You have a Galaxy 24. I know, right? You guys are cracking up. No, I don't have a flip phone. That's funny. I agree, Alionis. It's all timing and patience. Exactly. Sometimes, I really do truly believe that a photographer is way more patient than a painter. Because you've got to stop, you got to freeze, you got to have that eye, you got, you can be in cold weather, you're waiting for lightning strikes, you're waiting for, these moments where these things get accustomed to you, especially with animals, right? The slightest movement and they're going to be, gone. Absolutely patience to the finest. Right. That is a very special moment. I agree. Absolutely beautiful. Talk about be the light. This might be that same area, but look at the sun coming through on this one.
Yep, that's the same area.
That light is fantastic. Oh man. Amazing. Amazing, beautifully color. Look at guys, the whole thing is just fog. The whole field, you can just see this fog laying everywhere. And this dynamic sun just says, here I am. Right? Here I am. Look at me shine. Wow. Do you have a favorite besides, probably the lightning ones too, but all these other ones, if we take the lightning ones out, do you have a favorite?
It would have to be the one with the reflection.
Yeah.
In the water.
Right. That was absolutely beautiful. These are all just so magnificent. I just am like loving these. Absolutely loving these. I might have to sit there and ask you. I'm like, can I borrow one of these? Try for my good morning, be the lights. Right? Is that screaming to anybody else besides me? I probably need to take the candle off and put a sunlight up on this one. But man, talk about be the light. Look at it. You can even see like the orange of it glowing down, below it as well too. This is just beautiful as it's just kind of reflecting off of everything around it.
And how far out, when you look at the picture now, how far out the orange comes through the fog.
Man, you've got some amazing drives, my friend. Or maybe we all do. And, this is a great reminder. How many of us are having moments like this as we drive to work or from home or whatever, in the evenings, and we just are too busy to stop and even notice. If nothing else today, guys, be reminded to stop and look at the beautiful world around us. because nature is just absolutely breathtaking when we stop to even notice these moments. Instead of screaming that, I'm on my way to work, maybe you can stop and say, look at how beautiful the sun is today. Look at that fog that's over, whatever, look at the stars that are in the skies. Just so many things that we can just go, wow. Right? Another pastel. Yeah, Dada, you could totally do a pastel on this one. I would love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Amazing. Right? I do. I like the balance of this photo too. You're right. Frosty says try should totally work for a wildlife publication or for Discovery Channel. We have another one. You reach out to Eyes Above in our group, because a lot of his photos, he will find something like a nature magazine, or he does a lot of pictures on agriculture, and he reaches out to them, and they are really excited to use his photos for those things. So if you've ever, maybe even things about Visit Arkansas, have you ever thought about reaching out to those people in those publications? Because they would love to show off some of this, to go, hey guys, come visit Arkansas, right?
I could probably do that.
Right? Just an idea. Get your name out there. Absolutely beautiful. Telling you, the master of lightning. Check this out.
That was a screenshot off the videos that, like I said, the videos are more impressive than the stills I was getting, because some of these lightning bolts would go across. You can only capture so much off a still.
Right.
But you have the lightning bolt will go from, like on this one, it would go from the top of the cloud and probably across part of the sky. And you can't capture that except on a video.
That's amazing. I think it's great, because I'm seeing, also from, I'm assuming that's the moon, right? Or maybe it's, the sun, but look at the rays coming off of that. That's almost hitting the clouds, right? It's just beautiful. And that color that's reflecting off of that. And then you got this amazing lightning strike that looks like it's just being formed completely from the cloud. I know it's not, but it looks like it, right? Wow.
Oh yeah, that's coming. That's going up from the cloud.
Yeah.
And that, I don't know, that part on the right, that blurry part, I think that's a raindrop that was on the windshield.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Because it almost looks like the sun or the moon, probably the sun, just as it's about ready to end for the day, just kind of with these rays. I don't know. This is a great photo.
Because that's where the spot where I took the good lightning picture from earlier. And that's the spot I was sitting in. So I would have the camera just rolling. I'd have the phone just videoing the storm as it was going on, just sitting there and watching it lightning. And then, like I said, I would come home and upload it to the computer and just take screenshots from what I capture.
It's just awesome. Right, guys? Oh, I know. Telling you what, he has really got this whole lightning photo. Well, I don't know. His lightning photography is awesome, but we're looking at some amazing work right now from him, right? Really has the photography eye. I don't care if that comes from a still or not. Try. This is absolutely fantastic.
No, thank you.
Love it. You're welcome. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, that is our last one. Okay, I had to leave on a lightning one. I'm surprised I didn't leave on the other one, but I was like, wow, right? Amazing. Amazing. I hope you guys all enjoyed this so much. Weren't these fantastic? Absolutely fantastic. I don't think I missed any. In fact, I added, I think, a few as well too, but man, just such talent. I am so honored to have you in my world. You guys, like I said, besides him being an artist, you've been with me for almost 2.5 years, right? With the shows?
I think so. Yeah.
Right. Isn't he one of the greatest friends a girl could ever want? And then on top of it, he is a fellow artist, and he has no fear, guys. I mean, he'll try something and be like, it might not be his favorite thing, but I love that. Right now with your health and healing, and tomorrow I'm going to blow your mind with the whole bread thing for you. But I mean, you're just like, I'm going to go give it a whirl. I'm going to go try this. I'm going to, it's just no fear. I am just always so proud of you, and you are an amazing, amazing, talented artist and a better friend. And I just can't tell you how grateful I am for you being here with me, being a part of my world, and all that you have done for me and for others. I love you so much, Try.
Well, I appreciate your friendship too, and I appreciate everybody in the artist corner and here in the chat with all the compliments and being able to show off my work.
Right? It is just truly my honor. This is what I love to do. This is why I'm always telling you guys, guys need to come on the show so we can just sit here and brag about your amazing talents. And that's all it is. It's taking, time away from all the other crazy that's going on there just to enjoy moments like this, to be inspired, to look up, look around, take a walk, go enjoy the sunset, sunsets, or, a beautiful storm. It's just amazing. I hope that you guys were inspired to do that yourselves. Right? He says, make prints. That's right. If you guys are interested in any of his work, please reach out and tell him you want to print. But I agree. I think he should run it, get a hold of like different publications, especially, Meet or Visit or Meet Arkansas. I think absolutely you could sell some of these as prints for sure. But thank you, Donna, for that. I agree, Nancy. Very, very talented, isn't he? So what's your next venture? You said summer's coming up, and so you want to hit some state parks. Is there anything in particular that you want to capture with that?
Just to capture the beauty of the state parks, going down the trails, walking the trails, just go to places I haven't been to yet.
Right. Right. I love that kind of too, because there's just always really unique things too, that you can find that you never know until you go and look and venture out. And I hope you find them. I hope are you going to do some camping, or are these like day walks or
just day walks?
Day walks. I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad that you're enjoying the wonderful world around you. You look like you have a fantastic, fantastic area that you live in. Have you been there most of your life?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Just awesome. If you guys please let me put this up here again, because I know some of you just came at the very end, but I wanted to share this so that you can find him. Please go find him. Two different places. But by the way, he gets shouted out on my Artist of the Day every single day because he's one of my moderators over there on X and Truth, as well as the show. Right? His Rumble channel is in our permanent comment section there as well. You guys go make sure you're giving him a like and a follow there, but please go give him a follow. And if you're interested in one of his pieces as a print, that now you know how to reach out to him and request that. Or if you want to paint one of his things and you're watching this at a later time, he said he had no problem, just reach out and make those things happen. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. You know what? Maybe one of these days you'll capture a wolf. I know you love wolves so much. Have you ever, thought about that, or going somewhere to capture them?
I would love to.
Right.
But that'd be something on my bucket list.
Right. You got to go to like a wolf reserve or something, and go check them out. So, you go to a wolf reserve and I'll go to an elephant sanctuary, and then we'll both be able to fulfill a bucket list dream. Right.
Yep. Yeah.
Right. I love it. Okay. Any tips or inspiration that you want to give others before we say goodnight to you?
Just that if you have an interest in doing anything, just try it. You never know if you might like it, you might not. But you'll never know if you don't try it. You could be opening up yourself to a lot of opportunities and possibilities.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know how you got that wonderful spirit, but I'm really glad you have it, you guys. And and he keeps on keeps on trying things too, because I remember, he's done a few paintings too, and he's like, oh, I'm not really good, but then he keeps on trying and he gets better and better and better with them. And that's amazing. We really wanted to highlight his photography tonight, but if you guys want to see his artwork too, he drops that every once in a while as well. And I just love your spirit, love your sense of adventure and your willingness to try new things, so you're amazing. And you know how much I feel about you. I think that you're just one of the greatest people ever.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I can't tell you again. Thank you so much for all that you do for me and for others. You mean the world to me, Try. And I will say good night. You guys make sure you say good night to him in the chats as well. And give him a huge follow and a congratulations for being our guest tonight. And don't forget, guys, to please do us a favor and share this out, because we want everyone to see how amazing our wonderful Tristater is, right?
Yeah.
Right. All right. Good night, Try. I will see you
later.
Good night.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Absolutely awesome. I am such a lucky and blessed girl. I'll tell you what, and I do have some amazing, wonderful moderators. I really do. But JJ and Tristater have been with me since almost the very beginning of my shows, almost 3 years ago. So they both share a very, very special place in my heart. A lot of you probably know about me because of them. And I have to say how grateful I am for that. And so, yes, you guys, please do that. Please give him a love and some follow and tell him what a wonderful job he did. And thank you guys so much for being with us here today. Wasn't that awesome? Isn't he talented? That's right. Oh, I got to throw that up. Right. Let me grab that here. RKJ over there on Pilled. He will see this. And we'll put this up here on the chat so that he will have that. Isn't he amazing? That's right. RKJ says, great picks, Tristater. I agree. Absolutely amazing. Try says try. Isn't that great? I'm like, right? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Man, amazing. Oh, he's here. He's there now. He's like, thank you, everyone, for the compliments. Isn't he fantastic? I think so. Absolutely fantastic. Well, all right, guys. Tomorrow, I'm so excited for this. I did I want to show you one thing? I thought I did, but no. I think we'll just show you tomorrow because it's about food. Okay. So speaking of food, tomorrow is our reset kitchen, where I feed your body and I feed your soul. So we talk about healthy things on Thursday, and you guys can ask Nurse Patrick all these kind of questions. But how do we take that to the kitchen? How do we make that choice, right? How do we say, okay, it's a lifestyle change? And so I'm always trying to invent something. I was a chef for well over 20 plus years, right? With my own restaurants and opening restaurants for other people. I just love what I'm doing. And so even my recipes have to be revamped, because I'm like, how do I get rid of the grains? How do I get rid of the sugars, right? I was a pastry chef first, right? So how do I replace this with honey? So I'm kind of in the process of revamping my old recipes to see how they can be more healthier to do a cookbook. But in the meantime, I'm doing these amazing videos and stuff for us so we can all learn this stuff together. And so last week, my videos weren't playing, so I had to show some from YouTube, but it inspired me. How did I do my version on this? And they are amazing potato wraps, right? That have peppers in them and cheeses in them. And instead of chicken, I use sausage, and you roll them up. Just unbelievable. They almost look like enchiladas when they're done, but they're absolutely fantastic with a beautiful dill cream sauce. And then you guys are going to be amazed, because I made cheeseburgers with some fantastic Irish cheddar, sauteed onions and mushrooms. But what you're going to really be amazed on is the buns have no grain, no flour at all. Literally made from dry milk. There's only 3 ingredients. If you can make a pancake batter, you can make these, and they turn out phenomenal. So we're going to be checking those 2 videos out, and I'm super excited to share them with you guys. As I'm learning and showing you guys how to do this. I mean, and that bread you can have every day. You literally scoop and put it on a pan and bake it, and you could have fresh bread every single day without any grains that's causing that nasty inflammation. So that is the show for tomorrow. And then we always leave you with something to fill our soul. And we want to make sure that we are having a beautiful, clean, pure souls. So how do we go about that? We're always talking about we're in a battle versus good versus evil, right? And so how do we stay and avoid that kind of stuff and have a beautiful, clean environment and soul, right? So we're going to be doing that with some wonderful videos and uplifting on that, because I'm always talking about being the light. Be the light you want to see in this world. Be the light to others, right? Let's let our light shine. So that is our show tomorrow for the Reset Kitchen tomorrow at 7 p.m. So you guys want to come and join me, come and take some notes. If you have some questions, I'm in the chat with you. It's a lot of fun. And then now I'm doing these little clips. I just put up my very first clip on Rumble, my little short clips. I'm like, wow, I didn't know I could do that. So I'm trying to share those out and inspire others as well. So I hope you guys come. And I always tell you, though, bring a snack. Because the worst part about the videos is that especially being a chef, is I cannot feed you, because that's half of it, more than half of it is like, I want to sit there and literally dish it out and watch all your guys' reactions. So other than that, I am trying to do everything I can to inspire you to bring that heart back into your own kitchens. Have some fun, turn on some music, have a glass of wine, whatever you got to do, and bring back great, good, clean foods. Bring back cooking, right? So that is going on tomorrow. So if you guys want to know about my show, the best thing you can do is please give me a follow. I appreciate that so much. And then you can find out, you can reach out if you want to be on the show. I'm already booking for April, Mabel. You need to get on here. I know your album's coming up soon, so you need to get on the books, right? So we are like, the first 2 weeks are already gone with April. So make sure you guys reach out to me, and you can find me on Truth or on X. It's the best ways to do that. But you can also follow me on all these other channels. So right now we're live streaming on Lady Hamilton AR1, but you can also follow me on X at Lady Hamilton Art, Truth, Gabbed Pills, Facebook, all on Lady Hamilton Art. And then also we are streaming on our artists and our cooking over on YouTube on the weekends. If you guys want to go over there and hit a like and subscribe, that helps me out as well, Lady Hamilton HH. But I love these guys. Not only am I so blessed with some of the world's best viewers, and I mean that, guys, I love you so much. I am seriously blessed by having these moderators that have been with me for a very long time and love me so much that they do everything they can to bring you guys to me and to promote me. So let's give them some love right back. Starting with our amazing JJR SVL. Please give him a follow on Truth X Gab Pill Getter. And he's got our amazing Rumble channel. Tonight was our fantastic Tristater, and I will put up his Rumble channel here for you guys as we shout him out as well too. But that is in the permanent comments. You guys go check that out. But you can follow him on Truth and on X. He's got a great group over there on Truth Social, right? The Glitter Box. And we love our wonderful Nancy. Let's give her some love on Truth and on X. Our fantastic Frosty Pimp. Let's give him some love on Truth and X. And our wonderful Kim, who is like the cheerleader and the queen of sharing. Everything I post, that girl shares over there on Truth. So we're going to give her some love over there on Truth. And we're going to be finishing, speaking of Ma Bell and My Troubled Days, let's leave with a great song that's going to put a little snap in our fingers, a little pep in our step. I love this song. I love to leave you guys just jamming out tonight. So we're going to thank Ma Bell and My Troubled Days for letting us play your music. And they are working on album number 4, and I can't wait for them to come and debut it on our show. It's going to be super, super exciting. But let's leave you with this fantastic song called This One's For You. Thank you, My Troubled Days. And everybody, thank you so much for being the world's best viewers. I'm so grateful to have you in my life, and thank you for letting me be in yours. I'll see everybody tomorrow night. Be blessed, and see you then.
Demanding, always fair, a lending hand, you always grand. I always know who's got my back. This one's for you. A certain smile, well, it reminds, of a distant time, sitting around, laughing with you. I miss you more than I thought I do. fighting back. My heart, it sings with you. So sing it with me, sing it true. This one's for you. Oh, through and through. This one's for you. And all you do. This one's for you. This one's for you.
Satellite coming down in 3, 2, 1.